Hey guys, welcome to my channel. I'm Jess. If you love shopping and handbag videos, please like and subscribe to my channel. You might really like it. I have been sick, guys, for the past few days. I'm still a little bit worn out, so sorry if I sound, a little bit down in this video, but I wanted to make a video today about bags that I think are maybe not worth the money anymore, or if we should spend our money on these bags. I think if you're a handbag lover, you would have observed over the years that, Louis Vuitton, Hermes, Chanel, they've had a lot of price increases, and some of our most favorite classic bags have gone up to prices which it's questionable as to whether they're worth it anymore. So the first bag that I wanted to talk about is the Pochette from Louis Vuitton. Now this bag has had a lot of price increases. I happened to get the World Tour one, which was even more expensive than the normal one. In terms of getting a World Tour piece, guys, I think if you're willing to keep it, it is totally worth it. I absolutely love that I got the opportunity to customize my own Louis Vuitton piece and have my name on it. I think there's something super luxurious about that, so I love the idea of World Tour. But in terms of the bag itself, I think it currently retails for 3,150 Australian dollars for the plain version. I think I did pay about 3,300 for this World Tour version, which was before, I think, the last price increase or so. And that was a lot, guys, and I think that was a little bit high for what it is. Now with the Pochette, it is a very trendy bag, but I do think that it's very functional, and even if it does go out of style, I think it's still a pretty easy and fuss-free bag that you'll probably be able to wear a lot. Whether I think it's worth $3,000 or not, not really, guys, only because the construction of it is very simple. It's just like two pochettes in canvas, which canvas is not, it's not leather. It's not a really luxurious, the Louis Vuitton canvas, yes, it's Louis Vuitton and you're kind of paying for that monogram and the branding, but it's nowhere near, would cost anywhere near $3,000 to, of this material. It's almost like a complete rip-off when you think about it. The zippers on this bag, they're okay. They're not the most amazing zippers I've felt. They are pretty good. But I know with Louis Vuitton hardware, it does wear over time. The gold does slowly fade off, which is not the best. It comes with this long green canvas strap, which I know you guys are probably pretty familiar with, so I don't have to grab it out. But that thick canvas strap, I think they're selling those for like over $1,000 each, and the fact that a canvas like cotton strap they're selling for that much, it's a lot, guys. So I think $3,000 honestly for the Pochette, if you're on the fence about it, I'd probably skip it. I don't think it's really worth it. I don't think it's an investment bag or anything like that. I think it's extremely trendy. I like mine and I use it a lot. I don't really have anything similar to this. I find it quite functional, but I don't really think it's worth the price that it is at the moment, to be honest. I think it's a little bit too high. I think there are other bags that are going to be a little bit more fashion forward, and you could probably, I think, we all kind of hopped on the Pochette train, and I think the ride is like starting to end. So I would just probably, if you're on the fence about it, I think probably skip it. It's a lot of money. $3,000 is a lot. You could put it to a bag that you're kind of obsessed over more, and I think a lot of people have kind of become less obsessed with this bag. So also, guys, the Speedy 25 in the plain monogram. Now I have the cherry one. I think the current retail for the Speedy 25, just the plain one, is about 1,700 Australian dollars. Do I think that's worth it? Look, guys, I think the Speedy is a really classic bag, and if you love Louis Vuitton, I think it's a great one to go for. I personally would get a Speedy 25 myself secondhand, because they're going to be well under, they might be under $1,000, and even if it's a bit worn out, I still think that looks really cool. The Vachetta, you can probably buy one that's a little bit aged. that's even vintage or something, and I think for under $1,000 I think that's worth it. But to buy a new one in the store for $1,700, I think if you want to buy a new bag from Louis Vuitton, yeah, I guess it is a really good price for a designer bag, $1,700. But I just think that the Speedy 25 is such a common bag. You can get it for so much cheaper on the pre-loved market. I would almost just, I don't know, guys. I would rather just buy them on secondhand. They're so much cheaper on the pre-loved market. I don't know if the retail price is even worth considering, because they do wear out quite fast as well. The hardware, even the gold, starts chipping off pretty quickly. I mean, this is from 2005. My brass has gone green, which a lot of you guys have advised me to try Brasso, so I might try that on it. But yeah, the hardware on Louis Vuitton bags, guys, it's not something that I love about Louis Vuitton, is the hardware. It does age pretty rapidly, to be honest. So I would almost just, you know, get a pre-loved one and save a whole lot of money myself. That's what I have done. And yeah, you can even get a limited edition one for maybe the same price as a plain one new from store if you want, you know. I was thinking the Picotin bag from Hermes the retail is $4,000, which is pretty expensive for something that is like a sack of a bag. Now, there's absolutely no lining to this bag. It is just like a raw kind of cowhide. I ended up getting mine for $2,400 pre-loved because the previous owner spilt hot water just there, and there is a blister on the leather. So it goes to show the leather is a little bit fragile if you get water on it. I have heard that a lot of Hermes leathers can blister from water. So in terms of that, yeah, it is, it doesn't really hold shape very well either. I would definitely recommend you get a bag organizer if you get a Picotin, because the Clemence leather especially gets saggy. So yeah, $4,000 for such a saggy kind of bag like this, it is kind of crazy. Like $4,000 is a lot of money. But if there was a color that I was obsessed with, new from boutique, because the Picotin 18 is actually not easy to get from the boutique. One of my friends was trying to get a gold one with gold hardware for literally years, and she never ended up getting one, and then she had to buy one on the secondhand market for over retail. So if you're obsessed with the color from Hermes, guys, I mean, you're gonna have to pay the premium. You're gonna have to like jump through hoops to get it. And, you know, if you love something at the end of the day, guys, if it makes you happy, buy it. But in terms of the overall style and shape of the bag and construction, don't really think it looks like a $4,000 bag, especially if you wear it a lot and use it. It will start to become saggy and kind of sometimes look like a puddle of mess of a bag if you don't use a bag organizer. So I don't think it really looks like a $4,000 bag, which is why I opted to get a pre-loved one just to save a few $1,000s. And I was just lucky that I got it in Rose Extreme, which is the color I was looking for anyway. But, you know, as I said, if you love anything enough and you want to get it new from the store, it is one of the cheaper Hermes bags you can get. So, and I do love the bag, but it doesn't really seem like a $4,000 bag to me. That's just my opinion. If you're on the fence about it, maybe put the $4,000 towards something that you are a little bit more sure about. Classic flap. Do I think it's worth $10,800? Guys, I think if you have a dream to get a Chanel classic flap from the boutique, just bite the bullet and get it, because it's not going to go down in price. Even some of the kind of, you know, unicorn colors that are coming out, like, you know, those iridescent pinks and that sort of thing, they're actually selling for a premium on the secondhand market. So if you are just obsessed with a certain color from Chanel and you're lucky enough to get, you know, a bag in the boutique, fresh from the boutique, in front of you, and you have enough money for it and you don't know whether it's worth it, guys, I think it is worth it, because it will go up. Chanel will keep going up in price, basically. So I would just get the classic flap. You don't have to buy 20 classic flaps, guys. You can just get one, and you can just have it for the rest of your life, honestly. These bags are very durable, especially if you get it in caviar. You know, Chanel has like the 5-year warranty, and you can always take it to a bag spa or something and get it refurbished. Chanel bags, to me, they age really well, especially the classic flap. It looks good when it gets older. It will just be something that you'll always have. So I think the Chanel classic flap, it is a highly sought after bag. It is an icon, and I think it's worth it, honestly. If you buy one from the boutique, I think it's very special. And yes, if you try and sell it, you know, then and there, if it's just a black with gold hardware one, you will lose money on it. But there are some that, you know, do hold value if it's a very sought after color, and in the years to come, if you hold on to it, I think it can be something that you keep for the rest of your life. So I think it is worth it. But you know, I do get into the habit of collecting too many, and I now only have 2 double flaps. Yeah, so I'm happy with these 2 for now, but I do think they are things that are easy to collect and highly desirable, kind of similar to the mini pochettes, guys. They're things that people collect, so there's always going to be a market for them, even if you need to sell them in the future. So guys, I hope you found that helpful. I don't really have a straight yes or no answer for any of these bags. I mean, they might be worth it to you or they might not, but I just wanted to share some of my experiences with the bags, and I hope that helped you out. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye!